What's up, grinders? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're ready for the 800, I thought it was 700, 800-hour Dreaming Spanish update. I am losing track of time, literally. I'm forgetting that I'm 100 hours ahead of where I actually am. And video 17 in the series. By God, I hope you guys have watched every single video and every single second of this series, because this has been, you guys have got to admit, this is probably one of the most insane series ever on YouTube. You know how someone goes and creates like a series of videos and they're like, I'm gonna go do something. And then they make the first video, gets lots of views, and then they make the second, it gets half, and then the third, it's like a quarter of that, and then they just stop doing the series. Guys, I've been doing freaking 800 hours of Dreaming Spanish for you guys. Now, for those who don't know what this is and are confused about, you know, all my excitement and random raging here, I am testing a methodology. The name of the methodology is called ALG, the Automatic Language Growth Methodology, in order to learn a language. I am not trying to learn a language in what I believe is the most optimal way possible. I am literally testing a methodology. It's the whole point behind this series. Please do not go down in the comment section and say, Evildea, just use a dictionary, look up some words. Guys, I'm so sick of seeing those comments. I know, but I'm testing a method, okay? So, what is ALG? Well, basically, it really depends, but the essence of the methodology is that you learn a language to a point of where you basically can understand native level content, understand it, but you don't speak any words yet. Or read anything, okay? You're just listening, and then when you get to the point where your body suddenly feels the great urge to start speaking, that's when you should start speaking. And the whole idea is that you're meant to develop this thing called an internal monologue, and then once you've developed that, you should be able to just start spitting out Spanish, which sounds good. That's the idea, okay? Now, obviously, I'm testing a methodology here, and if you're looking at this facial expression, I'm not too sold on the methodology for that claim, but I am enjoying the process overall, okay? So that is what I am doing on this channel, and proof that I have done the hours that I'm claiming to do here is Dreaming Spanish, their website. And for those who don't know Dreaming Spanish, they implement the ALG methodology, although they seem to be diverging from it. I have seen Pablo claim it's okay to look up words every now and then, which is not really acceptable according to ALG. But anyway, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about my progress. So as you can see, I've been doing 2 to 3 hours per day. I am at 800 hours, but I have done something specific this month, okay? I have done a lot of crosstalk. Now, for those who don't know what crosstalk is, let me explain, okay? Because before I started with ALG and Dreaming Spanish, I had no idea what like crosstalk was, okay? So essentially, crosstalk is I'm learning Spanish. So I speak in English with someone who natively speaks Spanish, or, you know, really, really good at it, and they speak in Spanish, and that's how we have a conversation. Obviously, we both need to know both languages or understand both languages. So the idea is meant to be that I am able to engage with someone who's speaking Spanish. I can improve my understanding of the language based on context and everything without stressing myself trying to figure out, you know, conjugations and all this type of shit. And one of the big proponents of people who are followers of this methodology, they say, is that you got to do crosstalk. You got to do crosstalk. It's like fundamental to the belief system. It's like one of the pillars. It's like one of the pillars of Islam, okay? If you don't do crosstalk, you're not doing ALG. It's that simple, okay? So I went and done a bunch of crosstalk to ensure that I am a faithful servant to the ALG overlords, okay? And that I am doing things correctly. Now, I don't know why, but Dreaming Spanish has no way to register how much crosstalk you've done. I guess they just say put it under listening, but I want to track it separately, because obviously it is different. Like, it's a lot more engaging crosstalk compared to just sitting there, you know, staring at a video going, okay, Augustina, move along now. We get it. You really love this place, okay? It's different. So I put it under talking with friends. Now, I am not talking Spanish here, so this 8 hours is not me speaking Spanish. This is 8 hours of me up until this point having done crosstalk, as in just speaking English, listening to someone speak Spanish. Now, if you want to know where I've done that, well, I'm so glad you asked, because I have a series. Here it is. If you look on the right-hand side right here, okay? This is my Spanish crosstalk series. I got one video that's 1 hour and 53 minutes, 2 hours, an hour and a half, an hour and 12 minutes. So I have done several videos where I'm literally just doing crosstalk. And if you want to know who I'm doing it with, well, do you recognize that handsome young chap with the disgusting mustache above his top lip there? That is Spanish Boost Gaming. He has an absolute excellent YouTube channel and a Patreon page. This is it right here. So this is his channel. I learned a lot from watching his channel, basically swear words, and I've been doing crosstalk with him as recently. Now, if you want to watch these videos, these crosstalk videos of basically me and Martin shitting on everything and everyone, okay? I'm sorry, it's a member-only video. You gotta pay. You gotta go hit that join button. I gotta make some moolah, okay? Like, I am a dirty capitalist after all. I gotta make some money off of this goddamn challenge. So if you want to support me, hit the join button. And that's your way of saying, I enjoy the Dreaming Spanish series or the ALG series or whatever the fuck you're doing series. Please keep doing it. And I also want to check out Martin. Obviously, you're gonna come for Martin, not for me. But to give you guys a little bit of a taste test, because I know you guys love this shit, okay? So I'm gonna show you one of my favorite moments from this video. Let me just find it. I think it's at this point right here, okay?
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna get to that helicopter. So you can see I'm speaking English. We're at the end of a level. Get up to the helicopter. We're waiting.
Sí, pero hay un Mikel, no me deja avanzar.
Okay, and obviously he's speaking Spanish. That's crosstalk, okay? And I understand him. He's saying, you know, Mikel's not letting him go forward. And for those who are very confused, no, we're not doing a co-op play with Mikel, the hyper polyglot. We've just named the most biggest, ugliest, I guess, dumbest zombie in the game, Mikel. I just realized, like, I was just chatting away because I assumed we were gonna die.
No, ya, pero el freaking Mikel, brother, me está buscando en todos los lugares posibles.
So basically, you know, Mikel's, he's causing a lot of issues to old mate Spanish Booster over here. I'm on, I don't care about you, I'm just... Now, here's the fun part, why I wanted to show you. This is not a proof of my Spanish abilities or anything. This is what I would do if I was in a zombie situation. I'm on the helicopter. My good friend, Mr. Booster over here, he hasn't made it to the helicopter yet, okay? I'm staying on.
Hermano,
I don't want the series to go forever.
Continúen.
Goodbye. And then look, he's been knocked down by the zombies, and you guys know I'm an ex-soldier. And what does every ex-soldier do, okay? When your colleague or your comrade is pinned down in combat, surrounded by enemies, what do? I'll give you about 2 seconds to figure that one out in the comment section. Now, if your response to this was, well, clearly, Evildea, you jump out of the helicopter, you run over there, you throw him over your shoulder, you run through like a fray of bullets and you get shot in the back and you throw him onto the helicopter and you die, that would be the incorrect answer. This is what you do. Oh, Spanish Boost, as much as I love you. do you want me to shoot you in the head, you know,
yeah,
just to end
por
your
favor,
misery?
You know, make this rápido, de sufrir.
I just execute him. Okay, anyway, this just went off the rails. This is not a video about me executing. But if you do want to watch that series, go check it out. I think you will love it. There's lots of input in there. Both Australian input and Argentinian Spanish input. Although, let's be honest, Argentinian Spanish. Is it really Spanish? Well, the debate's out there. Okay, anyway, let's watch some content together. Let's go, I don't know, let's go freaking mid-range. Yeah, let's go mid-range. Advanced level videos. I'm gonna go pick something that looks like it might be mildly interesting. Peak luxury in the desert. Let's go do that. I'm up for some luxury in the desert. Boom, let's jump to the middle.
De los 1950s decidieron agrandar, decidieron ampliar el Dubai Creek.
Okay, so she started basically with a number, and then they decided to increase the size of Dubai Creek. I don't know what that is. Like, my first assumption is creek, like English creek, but no, I don't think it's that.
Que hasta ese momento había sido un arroyo, un río muy pequeño, que ahora, después de estas reformas, pasaba a ser un río.
Oh my god, maybe that's what it was. Okay, so she's saying literally, you know, that there's a river that after they done this, you know, it became, well, a creek that after they done this basically became a river. By the way, I'm not like translating word for word because I listen and then after she talks for about 10 seconds, my brain's like, yeah, no, we gotta zip file this shit and it just compresses it.
Esto fue un elemento clave.
Okay, so this was one element clave. I don't know what that is.
Porque gracias a esa ampliación del Dubai Creek, comenzó a haber comercio marítimo.
Okay, so she's saying, you know, thanks to basically the expanding of this creek, something.
Los barcos de los comerciantes podían llegar a Dubái.
Okay, so basically the commercial shipping could come to Dubai.
Durante ese tiempo, Dubái también comenzó a vender oro.
Oros? Oh, is that gold? Okay, so she's saying from that moment, basically, Dubai started selling. I think that's gold, but that doesn't make logical sense because I always think Dubai oil. Maybe it is oil. Maybe I'm mishearing it.
Sí, entonces, además de las perlas que ya no tenían tanto éxito, sumó el oro.
No, it is oil. It is oil. I don't know why I keep thinking it's gold. Maybe because it sounds similar to the Esperanto oro, which is literally gold, okay? But she's saying oil. She's definitely saying oil now.
Sin embargo, el verdadero éxito de Dubái, el boom que cambió su historia para siempre, sucedió en la década del 60.
There was so much there. There was so much there. Okay. Let me re-listen to that and I'm going to have to break it down bit by bit.
Cambió su historia para siempre.
Okay, so it's history for all time.
Sucedió en la década del 60.
60. So it's something in the 600s? I'm not doing a good job today. This is going to be a bad translation.
Y fue cuando comenzaron a vender petróleo.
Okay, and that's when it started selling petroleum.
Oh my God!
Qué sorpresa, ¿no?
What a surprise, no?
Bastante esperado, pero realmente algo que cambió el destino de esta ciudad.
Okay, so she's saying, basically as expected, well, like as expected there at the beginning, but it changed basically this city. What was the way?
Pero realmente algo que cambió el destino de esta ciudad.
Okay, so it changed the destiny of this city.
En tan solo una década, desde 1960 a 1970,
Man, numbers still do it for me. Like, I would probably have to listen to that number like 4 or 5 times to actually crack it with this method. It's like numbers are just so blurry to me.
en tan solo una década, desde 1960 a 1970,
Something 1970s?
tan solo una década, desde 1960 a 1970,
No, numbers, bro. Numbers. I can't do numbers in Spanish. I don't know why. How am I almost at 1,000 hours and I can't do numbers? This is killing me.
Dubái pasó de ser una ciudad bastante precaria en el medio del desierto, con unas condiciones climáticas muy pobres para la vida humana, a tener edificios,
Okay, there was so much there. I was waiting for her to stop, but basically, she was saying that, it started in the desert. It's really bad for, human life, etc. And then she started moving on to talking about buildings.
carreteras, un sistema que funcionaba muy bien. Realmente
And like a system that functioned really well. And then realistically.
fue el despertar de Dubái. Pasó de ser algo muy tranquilo y escaso en términos de
Okay, this makes it really hard to translate because she's got a lot of run-on sentences here. So I need to break these down bit by bit for you.
Realmente fue el despertar de Dubái.
And realistically, this is what like experienced or something Dubai. The verb there's a bit hard for me.
Pasó de ser algo muy tranquilo
Something in the past was like really like calming or peaceful.
y escaso en términos de construcciones y
In the case of the termination of the construction of the buildings
avances tecnológicos,
and advanced technology.
a una ciudad muy sólida y lista para recibir muchísimas personas.
Okay, so one city that was really something, like maybe, because it sounded like solid, and is ready to accept a lot of visitors.
Durante este tiempo también se hizo la red eléctrica,
Okay, and during this time, we also had the electrical networks.
la red de agua potable
Then we also had drinkable water, like the network set up for that. So I'm guessing like the water system,
y el aeropuerto,
and also the airport.
que hoy en día es el aeropuerto más grande del mundo.
And nowadays, in this current time period, this is like the biggest airport of the entire world.
En este momento, y gracias al comercio, también se cuadruplicó la
Okay, so at this moment, and thanks to, I gotta listen to it again.
momento y gracias al comercio
Okay, so and thanks to business and commercialization or whatever.
también se cuadruplicó la
Quadruplico. Is that like 4 times, like upped its size 4 times?
población,
Its population, so like it quadrupled its population.
es decir, 4 veces la cantidad de población que había antes.
So yeah, it's like it's gone up by 4 times compared to what I had previously. Okay, so that is that. That was a bit of a that wasn't too good. Numbers are definitely the point at which I have a lot of struggles. And generally what I do during each 50 hours is I take a note of things that I've noticed. And I haven't actually noticed much during these last 50 hours, okay? One thing I did notice, and this is kind of ridiculous now, okay, when I think about it, but there's a word in Spanish which is like, I think it's pronounced anque, okay? And for whatever reason, I thought it meant also up until the last 50 hours. I literally thought this word meant also. And because it meant also, it kind of made sense in every sentence it was in. Until I was watching a video from Spanish Boost Gaming where he was playing a game, but the game itself was in English and he was just real-time translating. And some text popped up that he read. And as he read the English text, like he didn't read it in English, he just like real-time translated to Spanish. I saw the English text there and I heard him say anque, and then I heard the rest of the sentence and I saw the English word although written. I was like, oh my god, I've misunderstood this word probably for however long I've heard this word for. This could be like 300-400 hours. But as soon as like I did know what it meant, suddenly now when I hear it, I know what it means. So it's not like it's ingrained with an understanding that's wrong. It just means like all these times whenever I've heard it previously, I've always assumed the sentence meant something else that it didn't, okay? Now, although, also, it's kind of like a similar meaning. Maybe it does mean also. Like, maybe it's more extended in its meaning. But it's one of those times where it's like, now I'm questioning myself. Now, I've also had an interesting ALG moment. For those who don't know what that is, that's where you just randomly, spontaneously explode and start speaking Spanish. Literally the other day, but like, this is not anything impressive, guys, okay? Most of my Spanish is just me walking around going, hijo de puta, you know, this type of stuff. And then like, just other random little individual words here and there. But this one was kind of funny because I was in bed and the cat was scratching at the door and he was just scratching away, okay? And for some reason, probably because I watched way too much Spanish Boost Gaming, I randomly just yelled out, "Silencio, hater!" Which, for those who have watched his channel, know exactly what I'm talking about. This is kind of like Martin's go-to, like, you know, just filler thing that he says randomly. So I randomly yelled at my cat in Spanish. Now, for my cat, that's not such a traumatic thing. I usually do that in Esperanto and Chinese anyway, so he's used to it. But I guess he's also doing Dreaming Spanish. So he's now at 1 minute of Spanish. Okay, so we're going to do one last little bit. We'll watch a little bit from this random advanced video from Martin. The reason I want to focus on Martin is because, well, I listen to a lot of his content, and if I'm to understand anyone the best...
Hola a todos amigos de Spanish Boost, ¿cómo están?
It's probably him. And he was just saying, you know, hello to all my friends of Spanish Boost, how are you? And he was talking in plurality there. Yeah, I could recognize that. But I think I've spoken about this before. Maybe I spoke about this in a video before. But basically, I now know the difference between estas and están simply because someone randomly pointed it out to me when they shouldn't have, but they did.
Soy Martín y estamos en...
Okay, so he's just saying I'm Martin and I am in here. And I'm just going to jump to a part in the video.
Lo grabé, lo subí, pero me equivoqué. Literalmente subí el archivo incorrecto.
Okay, so he was saying I recorded, I've gone up, but I went up to the archive something.
¡Ay, la puta madre!
Okay, now you know why I'm yelling that out all the time.
¡Ay, la puta madre! Hermano, no te vas a mover.
Okay, so he's basically saying you don't need to, like, move.
Hermano, esto cuenta como que se está moviendo. O sea, me está siguiendo con la mirada, brother.
Okay, so he's, like, basically saying this is what he happens, or, like, this is what he encounters when he's being followed by the mirror.
Me está siguiendo con la mirada, hermano.
Or the mirror. I'm being followed by the sight?
¿Esto cuenta como que se está moviendo o no?
So this is what happening when you're moving or not? Actually, I'm suddenly not having very good understanding.
O sea, me está literalmente siguiendo.
Or am I being literally followed? Or I think that's what it means.
Yo no me quiero acercar. Hermano, no te... hija de puta.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is going to randomly jump to another part in the video because maybe my comprehension at that point was really shit.
Ángel. Miguel Ángel Políglota no está.
Oh my god, we're still speaking about Mikel.
¿Dónde mierda está Mikel?
What the hell? This... Mikel gets so much airtime. He's become a meme in the community.
¿Dónde mierda está Mikel?
Hey, he's just basically repeating, where the hell is Mikkel?
¿Dónde está Mikel?
Okay, I'm gonna jump to a different part. We can't just be doing a meme.
A ver. Mikel, no te muevas.
Okay, so he's basically saying, Mikkel, don't move.
¿Ok? No te muevas.
Don't move.
Acá hay una escoba. Acá
I don't know that word scova is.
está el puto niño. El niño diabólico. Con su rana del diablo.
So basically he's saying, you know, the effing kid, you know, with... Why did I even say effing? The fucking kid. Why am I suddenly trying to censor myself? So, you know, the fucking kid with his, the diabolical kid with his freaking... What is that? It's like a... What's the English word? Frog of... Like, devilish frog or whatever.
Pero no se está moviendo.
But is not moving.
No te estás moviendo, no, niño de mierda, no te vas a mover, ¿no?
Okay, so he's basically, you know, just insulting the kid and saying don't move.
Te estás mirando a vos mismo en la televisión. Es como literalmente cuando yo veo mis propios videos. Es literalmente
Saying it's basically like when he watches his own videos.
igual. La rana está normal, Mikel
So the frog is normal, and then he's gone back to Mikkel,
también está normal. Un
but he's also normal.
poco enojado, es verdad. Niño, no te vas a mover, ¿verdad?
And the kid isn't moving, right?
No te muevas, niño de mierda.
Don't move.
Ok. Todo normal.
Everything's normal. Okay, so I think that's probably good enough. You probably saw me struggle. This is weird. It's like there's some videos where I watch and I can just translate everything, and then there's other videos I show you guys and suddenly I'm just absolutely shocking and terrible. So I don't know, I guess that's part of the path, but I would say at this point, I am still absolutely abysmal when it comes to numbers. I don't know when numbers are going to come around to me. I honestly don't know, it's kind of strange because, you know, if you use a traditional approach and you learn numbers, learning numbers is just easy. Like, it's one of the easier things to do. So with this method, it's the numbers and the connector words and the little words and the tenses and all that stuff that's completely... It's just over your head. Like, I still can't pick up on tenses and stuff. The only things I really know about grammar is basically what people have accidentally told me before I've had time to say, don't tell me! And after they told me, I just know it instantly. So I have a suspicion that when I start doing my first actual, like, you know, I sit down and I start speaking Spanish, I'm assuming I'm going to do it with Spanish Boost Gaming in a video, you know, the 1,000 hour video, that he's going to tell me stuff and he's going to be like, oh, this is for this and that. And then straight away, my brain's just going to make those connections and be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Oh, that makes sense. Because, like, I've probably heard it so much, but I just cannot distinguish it. Like, I don't... Like, a good example was that, como estás, como están. Okay. I'd heard both of those. I had no idea what... Like, I knew what they meant, but in my brain, they meant the exact same thing. I just had no idea how to use them. Until someone's like, oh, one's just for speaking to an audience. And I was like... There's this click. Oh, okay. So como estás the audience, you know, speaking to multiple people. Como estás is, you know, just one individual type of thing. So it's just, yeah, I don't know. This last 50 hours, I ain't got much to report, guys. There's not much to report. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next 50 hours.